So we are going full on geek today because we're going to talk about
Snyder.
the Snyder Cut. Because Justice League Snyder Cut comes out this next week.
Right, and if you weren't happy with the Whedon cut,
I mean, like this.
You won't let me live. You won't let me die.
yeah, exactly.
The mustache, right?
Yeah, the mustache.
You know the movie where we finally get a badass dark side?
We finally get a badass dark side.
Yeah, like this.
I'm a survivor.
That's funny.
That is funny, actually.
Okay.
So we're definitely not going to get this right today. So today we're going to talk about
The Snyder Cut.
right after this. Welcome to Whiskey Pop. My name's Jeff.
And I am Zane.
And today we're going to talk about...
The Whedon cut.
No, the Snyder Cut.
Oh, thank God.
So before we can talk about the Snyder Cut, I think we need to talk about some whiskey.
Absolutely, because that is what we do.
So what are we going to have today?
We're going to have Powers 3 Swallow.
3 Swallows. Oh, no, 3 Swallows whiskey.
It's 3 Swallow. It's 3 birds.
Okay, so now 3 birds. Well, and actually it's named after the coachman who used to haul the whiskey. So they would take a swallow of whiskey
down. That is the load.
So that's the whole thing. So today, Powers 3 Swallow. You gonna crack it open?
Yeah, I'm gonna crack it.
Yeah. You ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this.
All right, let's go in. All right.
Right.
Ooh. It's fragrant, right? Like maybe flowers?
Yeah, no, it's flowery.
Mm-hmm. A little sweet smelling. Typical Irish whiskey, right?
Yeah, it seems kind of smooth and low kick smell, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, that's true. Let's go in on this. Oh, yeah. I cannot wait to review this on Second Pour this week.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
This is going to be a fun review. And, I mean, so far, wow. Ooh, I just got a flavor I haven't had in whiskey before. All right, so if you want to know what that flavor is, catch us this Friday as we do
Second Pour.
So for now, we're going to talk about
Justice League Snyder Cut.
So today, we're going to talk about a movie that came out 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And suddenly somebody decided that they could redo that movie into their own vision. Have you ever known any movie ever that had been done years ago when they give the director a chance to redo the whole movie? I mean, there's that one small independent film.
Yeah, the really tiny film.
You know, Star Wars.
Star Wars. that was one that was allowed to be.
It's like 20 years later they redid it.
Yeah, basically.
And then every 2 years redo it, do it again and again and again.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is the only cut we're going to get of the Justice League. Well, there is the Whedon cut.
The Whedon cut.
Okay, so next week, after years of fans crying and begging
Yeah, that's right.
for the Snyder Cut, we're going to get it.
Right.
Are you excited?
I'm so stoked for the Snyder Cut. And to be fair, it's not just like fans bitching. Here's the thing. We got to remember, when they first started pushing it, they gave us those posters and cut shots that was that darker Justice League look.
You're talking about when they first released it.
When they first, yeah, and then when tragedy befell the Snyder family.
Yeah, so Snyder lost his daughter in a tragic event. He had to leave, and the studio brought Josh Whedon in, who had done the Avengers.
Right, and
some other great
I'm
films.
not against Whedon as a director. It wasn't the vision that we wanted for DC's.
That's right.
And
then that created the whole fiasco of the mustache thing.
oh my gosh.
And the brighter suits and the brighter colors, and they even changed the music, right?
And they changed a lot of the key components of what the storyline was going to be this. And hence, the fandom found out that there was enough of this movie that was left with the Snyder Cut that they're like, give it to us.
So WB decides, you know what? You guys have screamed loud enough. Let's give Zack Snyder another $70 million.
Right, that's already on a $300 million budget before, right?
Yeah, it was, what was the price? It was $228 million to make this movie.
Oh, so total it's $300 million now.
No, so now it's a total $300 million movie to make.
Now, the movie did succeed monetarily.
It made $657 million worldwide. It made 200-something million here in the United States.
So
it didn't do great. If you compared it to like a Marvel film,
right,
didn't do as well.
And there's reasons for that.
Yeah, because it's two directors, two visions, and it was kind of a mixed bag of stuff.
Yeah, it hodgepodge too much. Even being a big DC fan, I like this movie, but there were things I was like, why?
Yeah, and I think here's the thing. WB should learn a lesson from this. Instead of waiting for Zack Snyder to deal with everything and shut the studio down and just make a good film, they're so desperate to make sure they get their film out.
Yeah.
They create a film that most people weren't happy with.
Right. And when you have that kind of blowback, it makes it causes ripples to where other people lose their jobs because they're not going to be allowed to produce their films that were supposed to be in line with what was coming up.
That's right. WB should have just waited for Zack Snyder to deal with his family stuff and then come back and finish the shoot. Instead, they were so desperate to get it all shot and get it out there and be competitive with whatever they're competing with.
Right. That's the thing is it's foolish to think you're going to compete with the Marvel Cinematic Universe being DC right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they want to be the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but that took a long time to get to there.
It took a long time to develop. And the thing is that DC, even over the last 5 years, the comics have not been written like the Marvel comics. It's
darker.
DC's way darker and grittier. So you can never be the Marvel Universe. You need to realize who you are and just roll with it and be it.
So fans have been screaming for the Snyder Cut.
Yes.
Last year, we get an announcement that finally it's true.
It's happening.
HBO and Warner Brothers worked out a deal, and we're gonna get the Snyder Cut. So then Zack Snyder did kind of his little teaser.
Yes.
And everybody lost their proverbial shit on the internet about the Zack Snyder Cut finally coming, because we always heard this. Well, it didn't really exist, but
that's
it
bullshit.
did exist.
That was there.
It really did exist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's shit.
I reckon it too.
No disagreement here.
I think that, I don't have I can't show the movie right now, because it's still a little bit to do. But there is this. I have this. I don't know if this is helpful. See that?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
So now that the Snyder Cut's coming, there's a little weirdnesses that we might need to know about, right?
That's right.
If you don't know, you'll be like, what the actual F?
So did you think it was kind of funny that when you've seen the last few trailers that it's square on your TV now instead of that nice widescreen that we're all gotten used to after everybody bitched for years about how you had the black bars on top and bottom?
Yeah.
Now there's these big black bars on the left. Why that is?
Well, actually, I know why.
Why?
It's because the vision of, not vision as in WandaVision, the vision of Snyder himself, Zack Snyder, was to have this film for an IMAX format.
That's right. So it was shot.
That's not because I knew that. It's because he was talking to me about it, and now I'm pretending like I'm the smart guy.
You are the smart guy.
So that's a 1:43 ratio.
So
1.37 is the view.
IMAX is 1:43. They shoot it in 1:37:1
because it's 35 millimeter.
35 millimeter. Then normally most screens are seen at that 1:37 shot.
Right,
but
the widescreen.
IMAX is a 1:43 because it's raising the height and bottom, so you see more top and bottom.
So we're not getting less viewing film. What we're happening here is we have our widescreen, but they're just giving us more top. So unfortunately, our
keep
TVs,
that ratio, they're not built that way.
Our TVs are all made for the wrong box size.
Which we were talking, wouldn't it be cool if we had IMAX TVs?
This is awesome. It would be the same widescreen, so we'd have the black bars when we're watching regular movies, but then the theaters could release for us IMAX versions that would fill the whole screen.
Yeah, that would be cool. Now
we're talking to you, TV manufacturers.
Yeah, IMAX, get on this. IMAX TVs would be awesome.
IMAX TV.
Okay, so we are going to get that weird thing. So now, HBO announced the whole $70 million. Here you go, Zack Snyder. They did some reshoots. They brought it all in. I think we're seeing some of those reshoots now in that trailer.
Oh, I believe so.
I think there's a shot where they show Superman ringing the bell.
The bell's been rung.
That is something to be talked about.
Is that a new shot? Because that's kind of the opening sequence now. Is like Superman being stabbed by Doomsday.
Doomsday, that's right.
And him stabbing him created him to scream, and this scream is heard across the universe, which signals Darkseid that war is on.
Yeah, and in the Whedon cut, it was alluded to via Lex Luthor. The bell has been rung; it can't be unrung, kind of a deal. I feel like this was if it wasn't originally shot, it was already originally in the storyboard for sure. I think it was already shot.
I think it was storyboarded. I don't know if it was shot, because there's even some cyborg shots they said that have been reshot.
Oh, really? Okay, so we got that.
Okay, so now, here's the big one. What are we hearing is going to happen? We know Darkseid's showing up now.
Yes.
He's way more prominent in this film. Yeah. We get a new version of Steppenwolf.
Yeah, that's right.
Steppenwolf
is going to look cooler.
We're getting the black suit Superman, which is which is in line with the Superman we saw in the comic books. When Superman died, he came back. He was actually in one of those Kryptonian regeneration suits, right? Do I want to see him stay in the black suit? No.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, but I think for this movie he will.
Probably.
I don't think we'll see the red and blue in this movie.
But and here's the thing: they missed it on the first time around.
You know why they missed it?
Because what you do is you have Superman in the black suit, right?
Yeah.
But there's this moment that you can do when you finally see him come back completely in the red suit, and you can actually have the build up because there's a lot that goes with that.
Well, and it makes sense that he's in this black suit because if you remember in Batman versus Superman, and Doomsday stabs him, he basically destroys the red and blue suit. So where did they get the fucking black suit in the first place? They pick it up off the ship while they're in there rejuvenating him?
And there has to be something along those lines of it's
these little floating creatures in the water dress Clark before he comes out.
or it is the design directly from his father, biological father.
It could be didn't his father wear that kind of
suit? They wore that suit, so that makes perfect sense.
They even wore that suit opposite of that suit in the original 1970s version when Jor-El was played by what was his name?
It was
Isn't it this bright white suit?
Mercedes. My name is Jor-El. You come to me.
You come to me.
Trying to not let me rescue my child.
We'll put you in the mirror.
I'm just telling you, you're gonna go to the Phantom Zone.
Let's talk about the rumors of things that are coming. There's a rumor that we're gonna see Martian Manhunter for the first time.
Which, for those of you who don't know the nerdism about this, that's actually really cool because he's the Martian Superman.
Yeah, he's the only one.
Well, but that's why it's so cool.
He's just like Superman. Yeah. All of his people have been killed on Mars. He's the only one that's still alive, and
he's got a great story. He's a cool dude.
It's a neat story, and he's able to shapeshift into anything. And the rumor is that he shapeshifts from a certain character that has been around since Man of Steel.
Right. That's what the rumor is.
And I'm not gonna tell you what that is, but if you know what that is, write it down below in the comments, because I'm gonna see if you know what we know. On top of that, I've also heard possibly that Green Lantern might show up.
In a more profound way? Are we talking like Deadpool shot Ryan Reynolds, Green Lantern kind of a way?
This rumor has been all over the place because there's been rumors that we're going to get a different Hal Jordan than what we've seen. And there's been rumors that Ryan Reynolds himself will show up in that stupid-ass green suit.
If he shows up...
That's more meta to me.
I will like a dump truck all over this room.
We're gonna have to go watch this somewhere else. And then, of course, your favorite character from the Aquaman series is gonna be in it. She has more scenes. Mira, you know Amber Heard.
Well, AH can go kiss my ASS.
And there isn't a possibility that I heard at one time Zack Snyder's son actually played the role of Robin in a shot in the original shoots. And Robin could actually show up in a backstory.
That would be kind of a neat thing.
It would be kind of cool to see Robin. Now, they're rumored villains. we've seen. There was a rumor that the Joker shows up in the film. The trailer clearly
shows
the Joker,
Jared
but it's Jared Leto's Joker.
Which I'm going to be one of the few, apparently. I liked his Joker a lot. I thought it was great because it was completely different than anything we'd seen before.
Did you like Jared Leto's Joker? I mean, right
Jared
down below.
Leto is a phenomenal actor.
Not disagreeing there.
If they-
Jared Leto's Joker.
They effed up his movie. It's another one of those bullcrap WB problems.
Maybe. I just don't like the characters.
Oh
in that
gosh,
movie.
it was perfect.
Okay, so, and then like every typical comic book movie, they have to throw in one corny character.
Oh my god.
We have Granny Goodness. She's in the damn
Look,
trailer, man.
I can agree that she's corny.
Corny.
But Granny Goodness
Evil,
is
mean
an
grandma.
amazing. She's raising all of the children of Apocalypse that mean anything.
That's true. She's kind of like the military trainer.
Yeah,
basically.
they don't. On Apocalypse, they don't raise the babies and then go, oh, when you're older and 18, we'll pull you into the military.
No,
it's
you're raised from birth.
You're raised from birth and brutalized so that you become killing machines.
I've heard Deathstroke may show up in this film.
Well, he needs to because he was hinted at the end of
That's
the
right.
other one.
And the big rumor was we would see Darkseid in this film, clearly.
Darkseid is that.
He's in the film. It's not even a rumor.
And to
anymore.
educate you, Darkseid was created before Thanos.
You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
You think Marvel's Thanos is a response to Darkseid?
It-
You were
Marvel's-
really trying to piss off comic book fans today.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, because Darkseid came first and Marvel, like they both
That's
knew,
what she said.
knocked each other off. 3 swallow. It's good.
It's pretty good. Okay, so it's coming out next week. Are you guys excited about it? I know we are.
I'm really excited.
You know, we're talking about even possibly doing kind of a live thing on Instagram where we watch it and be able to chat with everybody while we're watching it.
Yeah, it's possible.
You know, if you're interested in that, let us know down below as well. But, I mean, do you think this Zack Snyder cut will make all the previous films, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Batman vs. Superman, Man of Steel, better films?
Yeah, and what do you hope to see in this movie?
Yeah.
I mean, is it something? Are there things out there that we haven't talked about that you're like, man, you're missing it? We need this to be in it too.
Will this happen?
Yeah.
So find out. We're going to find out next week, right?
And DC, Warner Brothers, please bring in Mitzelplick.
Mitzelblick. No, I want Jack Black as Plastic Man. That's what I want. In the meantime, you guys continue to be geeky this week and don't miss the Snyder Cut. And we'll talk to you again next week with another episode of Whiskey Pop.
So be safe and cheers.
Cheers.